All right, welcome back to Richard Dick Blake Stadium on the campus of Cocoa High School. Alan Slaughterzinski here of the Brevard Sports Network and the BSN Friday night lights game of the week between the Cocoa Tigers and the Merritt Island Mustangs. These two programs come in as two of the most storied programs in Brevard County high school football history. A combined 7, that's right, you count them, 7 state championships between these two programs. 3 for the Merritt Island Mustangs back in the 70s, and 4 for the Cocoa Tigers, 2008, 9, 10, and then again in 2016. The Mustangs bring numbers tonight. They are under the guidance and tutelage of head coach, fourth-year head coach Hurley Brown. Coach Brown is 14-13 in his 3 years on the island. They play in Class 5A, District 8. They're in a tough Brevard County district with Rockledge, Palm Bay, Satellite, Bayside, and Titusville. Cocoa is under the guidance of head coach Ryan Schneider, who is in his 4th season. That says 28-3. That's wrong. He's 28-9. My apologies. And there you see him, as you did Coach Brown in his Miami days. You see Coach Schneider back in his UCF days. Coach Schneider still sits in the record books at UCF. Still holds or is ranked in the top 5 in some of the passing records. There you see the Cocoa captains coming into your screen. They are number 56, Timmy Passmore, number 6, Jamari A. Robinson, number 5, O.J. Ross, and number 23, Malik Lewis. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by a whole host of sponsors here on the Brevard Sports Network. Sunshop. Call your solar coach, Dan Hancock, and that's who we'll start with here tonight. I'd like to thank 7v7 Elite and Lee Latner for the pregame show. That pregame show will be pre-recorded from this point on. Figured we'd do a live one tonight. Starting next week, we'll get back to the postgame show and where we recap the night in high school football. That'll begin next week. Very excited to bring you the action here tonight. Caleb Brown and Billy Palmer are down on the campus of Melbourne High School at Tom McIntyre Stadium. A lot of Brevard County teams in action. Bayside already played. They played last night, and they fell to Seabreeze, 22-0. There's a look at your Brevard County High School football schedule tonight. A lot of chatter this week here in the county, and here come the Merritt Island captains tonight. From left to right, number 24, Maddox Moss. Number 4, Bridger Kobe. Number 15, Brady Denaburg. And let me get that other number there. It looks like number 52. And if it is, it's Jake Woods, and there's no doubt it is indeed Jake Woods. As the Tigers get set to come out of the tunnel here. See the Tigers, they carry that American flag. And here come the Cocoa Tigers. Good numbers for both of these programs this year. We'll go over the coaching staffs here for Merritt Island. The head coach, of course, is Hurley Brown. Offensive coordinator, Tyler Murray. Defensive coordinator, Brian Helton. Special teams, Matt Beardall. Your assistants are Will Nix, Nick Donahue, Shaq Thomas, Bailey Herring, Freddie DeStachio, Zach Kutch, Hector Hernandez, Nate Trout, John Holmes, Sean Baldwin, Michael Thompson. That's quite a list. See who wins this toss and how they elect to proceed from here. Flying solo tonight, I am. I can see your comments somewhat, so please feel free to leave them. Let me turn off this AC behind me. Turn off the AC and it stops the camera from shaking. Ezekiel Mitchell, Lou. I don't even know how to pronounce that last name. Scott Diesel. Good to see you, Scott. Good to see everybody on the stream here tonight as the Cocoa Tigers and the Merritt Island Mustangs get set to do battle. Greg Prosper says, it's that time. Indeed it is. Time for football. Friday Night Lights. We got a jam-packed schedule of high school and even middle school sports for you this year. A lot of volleyball, a lot of football, varsity and JV this year here on Brevard Sports Network. Of course, we're going to have cross-country swimming. We're even going to try our hand at a little bit of golf. See what the deal is. And Merritt Island will kick. They win the toss. They decline. Cocoa will receive. So we'll give you the starting offense for the Tigers as soon as they take the field. Didn't get the starters for Merritt Island, but that's coming up here. We'll see what happens when they jump on the field here. We know who's kicking off. It's Brady Denaburg, who last year drilled 96% of his kickoffs into the end zone. There is no doubt there are a lot of good kickers in this county, but there is no doubt the best is Denaburg. 57, 54, 52, and a 51-yard field goal last year. By the way, the 57-yarder tied or broke or set a Brevard County high school football record last year. Down on the field, Davin Wydner is throwing with his back up, and we are set for action. Back deep for the Cocoa Tigers is Ced Hawkins, and it looks like either 8 or 6. I believe that's Jamar A. Robinson because I do not think Virgil Marshall is playing tonight. As Denaburg gets set to kick off, and he'll put toe to leather, and we will begin. Thank you, Ezekiel. I appreciate that. We will begin the 2020. Yeah, Allen, get out of 2020. The 2021 Brevard County High School football season, the Kickoff Classic. 7 state championships between these two schools. Helmets in the air, and we are ready as Denaburg checks the left, he checks the right. Hawkins and Robinson back deep, and Denaburg drills this one and out of the end zone. Where else would he put it? And the Cocoa Tigers will start 1st and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line. Quarterback, well, we talked about him in the pregame show, and there is a lot to do. 25-yard line about Brady Denaburg. This is my kickoff classic too, Davin Wydner. Davin, of course, is a senior this year. He's got offers from schools like Pitt, schools like Maryland. 1st and 10 on the 25. The Cocoa Tigers starting lineup from left to right on the offensive line. Timmy Passmore, Leonard Tony, Vic Battle, Xavier Solis, and Damian Seymour. 3 wide receivers on the field. O.J. Ross, the back, and Wydner, your quarterback. Man in motion. The give, cuts it back up. That was number 1 on the carry, DJ Grimes. And Cocoa picks up nearly enough for a first down. It'll be a gain of 10. It's either going to be 2nd and about 2 inches or 1st. It looks like it's 2nd and 2 inches. So it'll be 2nd and a couple of inches for a first down. Wydner right back up with that hurry-up offense from the gun. Ross to his right. 3 wide receivers split wide. The give is to O.J. Ross, and this time eating it up inside. Number 33 for Merritt Island, Thomas Norton, the defensive lineman, the senior defensive lineman, read it beautifully, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 1. Kira Joyner says, hey, Allen, let's go Tigers. You're safe with that one. That's for sure. 3rd and 1. 11:24 to play. First quarter just underway. Trips left, and I do mean trips. Wydner from the gun, turns, gives. Ross gets outside, cuts it back. He's got the first down and about 9, 10, 11 yards more, and that'll be more than enough for a Cocoa Tiger first down. The first down of the new season. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball now on the 47-yard line. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ross in the backfield. Wydner. Merritt Island shows blitz. They bring it. Wydner floats one. And got to be careful. That could have been that's an outstanding job by the blitzer on that play. That was Aaron Session actually coming in there. And the junior confusing the Cocoa offense there. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball back to the line of scrimmage. Keep your eye to the receiver on the near side. That's Cedric Hawkins. That's going to be a loss of 5, and indeed that's what that play was. It was had Merritt Island picked that up, that would be their ball. That's a loss of 4, maybe 5, 2nd and 15 for the Go Tigers. Wydner from the gun, 2 slots, 2 wide. Wydner looks, throws, fires into the ground. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 14. Look, the young man, he's got to get the nerves out. He'll get the nerves out. He's 6'5", 220 pounds. He's as good as advertised, I promise. Cocoa fans, I promise. I'd like to welcome Mr. Hawks, Scott Hagan, Jeff Edgecombe, all watching here on BSN. 3rd and 14. Wydner, low snap, in trouble. He can run, gets outside, dump pass, caught, dropped. And that's going to bring up 4th and 14. A punting situation for Cocoa with 10:28 to go. So following the first down by O.J. Ross, the Tigers drive stalls. They look a little shaky right now on the offense, but that's nerves. They'll get them out. Back deep for Merritt Island. Number 1 is Dallas Donahue. And I believe that's number 6. If it is, it's Julius Bennett. Not sure who the punter is for Cocoa. Again, I know their special teams this year was the one big area of concern. The Kickoff Classic, got to tell you the rules. There is no rushing. Doesn't look to be any issues kicking there. That was a Butte Clark on the spiral. That was number 33, Jameer Chavis kicking there, it looked like. So this is where Merritt Island will take over. Calvin, what's going on? Joe Thorne says, let's go Mustangs. Calvin Wright, my man, as Brady Denaburg steps up and will be the quarterback. Again, they are returning 20 seniors, 9 returners on the offensive side and defensive side of the football. Split wide, near side is Abel Wellborn, the senior wide receiver. Denaburg calls for the ball, turns, fires, caught. Nice little quick out, and that'll pick up 5 yards, and the Mustangs will be looking at 2nd down and 5. The pass went to Dominic Shields, the senior running back. And that'll be 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Denaburg again turns, gives to Shields. Shields nowhere to run there. That up front, and that's a cluster of Tigers in there. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 6 for Cocoa, or for Merritt Island, I should say. Shields and Denaburg. As soon as I get checking in now, that's Dallas Donahue, number 1. There, he'll be in the slot. And that's going to push him back 5 yards, as running off was Julius Bennett before the ball was snapped. Bennett anxious to get down the field, kind of feeling like he can maybe beat that secondary. That is going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 now. I'd like to welcome in Cameron Harris, watching here on the Brevard Sports Network. Man, it just feels so good to be back here broadcasting high school football again. The weather looked a little hairy, a little threatening. 9:27 to go here in the first quarter. No score between these two teams. See if I can't get this offensive line. You know I like to give you the dogs up front. Got to. I see Evan Dougherty up front, number 55. Looks like number 52 as well. That's Jake Woods pulling double duty for. Get you in a little closer here, too. Man in motion. Denaburg buys time, throws back across. Little wide receiver screen won't fool anybody, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 10. I like the idea from offensive coordinator Tyler Murray. It's just that you have to have an awful lot of speed to execute that play against the Cocoa Tigers defense. They do not, and Denaburg will punt it away. Back deep for Cocoa is Caleb Dobbs and Cedric Hawkins. Also, Jamari A. Robinson as well. So 4th down and 9, and both offenses really unable to muster much on their opening drive. In Denaburg, oh, he shanked it. Actually, that is indeed number 8, and if it is, it's Swipe Marshall. Virgil Marshall is indeed in the game. My apologies, folks. I thought maybe Virgil would be sitting this one out, getting ready for the regular season. I know he was nursing an injury, the transfer from Rockledge, but good to see Virgil Marshall on the field, and that just simply makes that defense. Thank you, Dylan. Appreciate you. Dylan Rita from Uberzati. I'll tell you what, Dylan, are you still up with the U.S. Olympic push team? Saw that yesterday, man. We're going to have to get dialed in and do an interview as Davin Wydner back at quarterback. O.J. Ross in motion. Wydner throws. Cedric Hawkins with the catch. And Hawkins will be immediately brought down. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 7. Uberzati trying to get them in the Uberzati red zone. Dylan, one of these two teams, 2nd and 7 now. Wydner with Ross to his right. The give is to Ross. Just a great move through the hole. He's in Uberzati. I think O.J. Ross gets outside. Ross 10, 5, touchdown. Cocoa Tigers. And it's 6-0. No flags. O.J. Ross, the juice man, with a touchdown run of 26 yards. And that's just what he does. And the Tigers on for the extra point. Yeah, I do. I like the uniforms myself, the yellow. And so following the shank punt, which is just unusual from Brady Denaburg, O.J. Ross, snap, hold, left-footed kicker is up, and it is good. And with 7:24 to go, the Cocoa Tigers, in the first quarter, that is, the Cocoa Tigers lead at 7-0, thanks to O.J. Ross and his 27-yard touchdown run. Those of you out there are probably like, cool down, relax, Alan. It's just a kickoff classic. Can't help it. I'm excited. I am excited. Good to be back. DJ Arroyo is at Marist University. And hello there, Jim Williams. Jim Williams watching from Camp Casey, South Korea. DJ Arroyo, from what I understand from Mel, has a good chance as a freshman to beat out several starters on that Marist football team this year. So DJ Arroyo making some waves at Marist for sure. And the Cocoa Tigers, with 7:24 to go in the first quarter, lead it 7-0. Ricky Kendall, what's going on? Cassie Sharon, woo-woo. Ricky, my man, what's up? Dallas Donahue and Julius Bennett back deep. Tigers set to kick off here. There won't be a return. They don't do that in the kickoff classics. And Brady Denaburg and that Merritt Island offense will come back out onto the field. I'll tell you what, this Cocoa Tiger football team, not much time to get it all together in terms of making sure that the offense and defense are in check. Next week, they start on the road at Vero Beach. They come home to play Osceola Kissimmee. Then they travel across state to play Venice. Then they host Treasure Coast. Then they go play Dr. Phillips. So, yeah. Then they play Vieira. Denaburg from the gun. Dominic Shields in the backfield. Double stacked up near side. Man in motion is Bridger Kobe. Denaburg turns, gives to Shields. Shields with a nice move through the line, but not much doing there. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe plus a half yard. And it'll be second and, to be generous, 9. Marcus Millen, what's going on? Mr. Schifrin? I love these jerseys, these yellow and these gray jerseys with the orange pants. Colorful night of football here. Wide receivers now split, 3 of them wide left, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 9. Denaburg claps. 2 3-step throws, nice arm, throws down the field, overthrows his intended target on that one. Apologize, I put the camera a little far out. That was Dallas Donahue. Both quarterbacks right now feeling these defenses. And we told you on the onset of the broadcast that there was a good possibility that these defenses, in the pregame show, that these defenses could be better than these offenses were tonight, despite having a Denaburg and a Wydner at quarterback. I didn't feel like this was going to be a game where, Davin threw for 452 last year against Merritt Island and Denaburg threw for 370. I just didn't feel like that was going to be this type of game. Denaburg rolls to his left, looking, throws. He's got a receiver, but he overthrows him. Julius Bennett was 2 steps behind 2 of the Cocoa Tiger defenders, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 9 now. And Merritt Island will punt again. The time remaining here in the first quarter is 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Back deep, 3 Tigers back deep. Cedric Hawkins, Virgil Marshall, and I have to get the number on the 3rd young man. They won't rush. Denaburg shanked the last one, and this one he absolutely drills end over end. And Cedric Hawkins will haul it in at the 35-yard line. That'll be a change of possession, and we'll be back with the Cocoa Tigers possession here on the Brevard Sports Network. Tigers lead it 7-0.
At Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill, flavorful hickory smoke meets carefully seasoned beef, pork, chicken, and ribs, and the results are out of this world. For a night out or dinner with the family, every visit is memorable. Generous portions of your barbecue favorites and more, and dishes you won't find anywhere else, virtually all made from scratch. There's live music 4 nights a week, indoor and outdoor seating, and a private banquet room for special events. Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill. Good times, great food.
Much thanks to the Merritt Island cheerleaders and, of course, Slow and Low Barbecue with 2 locations to serve you, one in Cocoa Beach and one in Vieira. 6:29 play, first quarter, 7-0 Cocoa on top. Wydner, bunch formation. Wydner rolls to his right. He's got plenty of time. Got to be careful, no block in the back. Wydner picks up just one, and the Merritt Island fans really seem to like that. Brought down by number 46 on the play. That's Julian Tortolo. The defensive back doesn't let Wydner turn the corner, and that'll be 2nd and 9. Interesting to see what the play call is here. I think, there's no doubt. Obviously, you want to turn and give it to O.J. Ross. Try to open things up a little bit. Merritt Island shows blitz. They bring blitz. Wydner throws. Caught underneath. And Cocoa with their first significant pass completion of the night. And it is more than enough for a Tiger first down. Catch made by, let's get the number there, Jamari A. Robinson. Right back to the line of scrimmage. Ball on the Merritt Island 49. Wydner pitches to Ross. Ross gets outside at the 45. O.J. Ross is gone. Touchdown. Cocoa Tigers, 49 yards, and the juice man is loose. 13-0 pending the extra point. Well, I tell you, I've been watching O.J. Ross work out this summer over at Uberzati, and you just knew something like this. This could happen every week if he gets blocking up front. We were just saying, keep established on that run, soften him up a little bit with O.J. Ross. Well, if he's taking it to the house, kick is up, and it is good. And with 5:44 to play in the first quarter, the Cocoa Tigers 14. The Merritt Island Mustangs, nothing. Wow. That treadmill there is what O.J. Ross runs on over at Uberzati. But that, when he runs on that treadmill, that thing is inclined just a few degrees. Kickoff will, well, if you can't run them back, you shouldn't be able to throw a flag on them either. It'll be 1st and 10 for Merritt Island at the 35-yard line. So the Mustangs offense has got to get something going here. Otherwise, Cocoa just going to turn and hand the ball off to O.J. Ross. And why not? And why not? Thanks, Larry. I appreciate that comment. 1st and 10 for Brady Denaburg. Look, this young man is an athlete. If you live in this county, you are well aware of the Denaburg family. His brother Mason in the Washington Nationals organization. Sister Carly was on a 4-year soccer scholarship up in Daytona. And, of course, Lexi Denaburg, already one of the greatest female student athletes to ever play sports in Brevard County, on a full ride at UCLA on a beach volleyball scholarship, and as a redshirt sophomore already the number one, and that ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. And Coco, that defense right now, so I wouldn't go to sleep on Brady Denaburg just yet. But you do, if you're a Mustang fan, you definitely want to see him make some plays against this first-team defense, because if it gets to be 21, 28, nothing, you're going to see a lot of these guys come out. I mean, why would you keep them in with Vero Beach, Osceola, and Venice on the schedule coming up? 2nd and 10 now. 5:40 to go, first quarter. Denaburg calls an audible at the line of scrimmage here, or from the shotgun, I should say. Denaburg claps his hand, ball's on the ground. It's out. Coco has it. The Coco Tigers. I mean, who got the ball, guys? Was it Coco? How does Coco not come up with that? I thought a Tiger fell on that. My fault. Merritt Island keeps it. 2nd and 10, 11, 12. 2nd and 12 now for the Mustangs. The big loss on that defensive line, of course, Day White. Day changed his commitment. He is now at Tusculum University. Jacob says, you're from Brevard, you know who O.J. Juice Man Ross is. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. We got to talk about them all, though. Got to talk about everybody. Third blitz, and Denaburg throws. Somehow Shields comes up with it. Somehow Denaburg gets it out of his hands, but it's still going to be no gain or a short gain, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And matter of fact, it might even be a pass for a loss. Actually picked up a half yard and frustrated. Merritt Island is frustrated. As Coco going to get the ball back. 7 state championships between these two schools. Obviously, you know, being in the media, we like to force the debate. Who was the greatest high school football team ever in the county? Was it that 72, 78, 79 Mustangs, or the 08, 09, 10 Coco Tigers? Or maybe, oh, look at that punt. Nice spiral there. That had about a 4.5-second hang time on it. Comes down, fielded, caught by Cedric Hawkins at the 31, and this is where the Coco Tigers and O.J. Ross will take over. I'm interested to get your take. That 72 team, of course, had Neon Bright. All 3 of the players in the Merritt Island backfield went to Florida State that year. But you look at that 08, 09, and 10 Coco Tiger team, and boy, they were just good. That defense was just plumb nasty. 3:53 to play first quarter, 14-0 Tigers. Wydner, why not turn and just give it to Ross? He keeps it, ball's out, and Merritt Island has it stripped, sack, fumble, recovered by number 8, Aaron Session, and the Mustangs are in business. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line on the turnover. Wow. Huh. Got to protect the ball, I'm sure. I am absolutely sure that's what Wydner's being told right now. Got to protect the football. But that was good execution by Aaron Session. So 1st and 10. Let's see if Denaburg and this Mustang offense can do anything against this Tiger dark side defense. Man in motion. Hawkins will follow. Denaburg throws. That could be, well, got over the pylon. The intended wide receiver on the play was Logan Cody. And right now, Brady Denaburg's just throwing the football out there, hoping somebody's going to run underneath of it. That's not going to get it done. Second and 10. The Mustangs offense tonight. Yeah, they have no yards. Turns, gives to Shields. Shields cuts it back, cuts it in. Nowhere to go. Brought down on the play by Samadre Hawkins. And that'll be, well, this is 4-down territory. Third down and 8. 2:51 to play in the opening quarter. Denaburg, oh my goodness, the blitz. And that's a good play by the Cocoa defender. And Denaburg wants a flag. You're not going to get one. That's a good play. Smart play. Virgil Marshall coming in off the corner, pushes Denaburg down. And now Brady Denaburg on for what will be, I told you, when they get to this point, ball will be spotted at the 29. This will be about a 43-yard field goal. The ball will be spotted, 46-yard field goal attempt. No, 36-yard field goal attempt, my bad. 36-yard attempt for Denaburg. He's got a foot. Let's see if he can put it through the uprights. The snap. Bridger Kobe, kick is up, and oh yeah, Brady Denaburg absolutely drives it home. Coco, Ricky, Coco, no doubt about it. I'll give you my top 10 before the night's out. Brady Denaburg with a 36-yard field goal, and with 2:37 to play, it's 14-3. I'll give you my top 10 right now. I saw Bayside last night. Look, as much as I love Coach Corey Broomfield, you can't disguise the fact, and I want, a lot of guys, when they do these rankings, they just want to put these teams in there because they know guys in. Alex Williams, Justice Durant on that Bayside team, told Alex last night, keep your head up. You and Justice are leaders. You'll get it turned around. But they don't have a quarterback at the moment. Brent Bachman struggled last night against Seabreeze. I want to put Bayside in the top 10, but I can't do it right now. So if I had to do a top 10, and I'm sure once we look at all the games tonight, a lot of this is going to change anyway. So I would probably go Astronaut down there at number 10. I like what they're bringing back. Jacory Waddell, Tony Cato, those guys are good. Justin Warden's always going to run the football, and he's always in what the schedule he plays. He's always going to have his team, and that defense is always going to have them in games. I tell you, I like what Satellite's doing. I don't know how well they're going to perform this year, moving from independent back to 5A, but we'll see as Denaburg boosts it out of the end zone with 2:37 to go. But we'll see. But for right now, I like the Scorps there at number 9. I think the rest of the teams, a lot of people want to anoint Heritage as a top 5 team. I don't think so. They were a 1-7 team last year. They had 2-3 seniors on it. They're a young team, a good team. I think they have one of the best young quarterbacks in the county in Joseph Tenta, Tayshawn Benson, Nakari McIntyre. Those guys are outstanding football players, and they're going to be very good. But, again, a team that's young and is going to progress as the season comes on. So I can see the Satellites and the Heritages of the world, along with Astronaut, down there at 8, 9, and 10. Tell you some more here after this play. Quick over to said Hawkins, and Hawkins slips, falls, and that'll be a loss of a couple. Wydner threw it behind him, and that'll be 2nd down and 10. Now I think you start to get into some teams that really separate themselves from this. Maybe you throw Palm Bay in there as well. Jake Owens takes over. Here's the problem with Palm Bay. I'd probably put them below Heritage because I like Tenta over their quarterback. They've got a sophomore backfield in their quarterback and their running back. They're young too. Owens and Dan Burke and Dino Colonia and staff will get that turned around down at Palm Bay, but they're not going to be an 8-9 win team this year. So you got Palm Bay, Heritage, Satellite, Astronaut down there, 7, 8, 9, 10, those four. Then I think Melbourne's in there. That's going to be 3rd down and 10. Then I think Melbourne with Hunter Turner, Cody Black, Devin Alves, and what Melbourne has, an easy 6. I thought Merritt Island would be. I had Merritt Island as my 5 team. They still could be. Cocoa could just be that much better. At 4, I got O'Galley. At 3, I've got Vieira. At 2, Rockledge. At 1, Cocoa. And to be quite honest with you, I'm really more comfortable putting Vieira over Rock to start the season because I just think that Vieira front 7, that's going to be offsides, and that'll be 3rd and 5 as the ball will be moved up 5 yards with $1:14 to play here in the opening quarter. But I just really think that that Vieira front 7 is as good as what you're seeing here tonight from Cocoa with Jamari Lyons. You look at the linebacking core that Derek Smith has this year over there in Johnny Eaton and Austin Smith. And, boy, that's an impressive front 7. The big key for Vieira is O.J. Ross catches it out of the backfield. And as many Mustangs were standing over there, as many as it took to tackle him, that was led by number 35, Sean Mayo. But I think Vieira has the chance to make some real noise this year, but the key to that football team is the quarterback, C.J. Sims. He's got to make smart choices. 4th down and 2, 33 seconds to go. Wydner trying to draw them off. I think they're so comfortable in that defense right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see them actually snap the ball here. Ross slides to Wydner's left, 4 wide receivers. Turns, gives, and they do, and Ross will be stopped. And Merritt Island will take over on the Cocoa Tiger 28-yard line. For me, the biggest concern with the team you're watching on the football field right now is what you just saw. And I'm not talking about Merritt Island, I'm talking about Cocoa, is that offensive line. That offensive line scares me a little bit. We'll see. They'll gel as the year goes on. That can happen, but you do that against teams like Vero Beach, Osceola, Venice, Rockledge. They're going to make you pay dearly, just as Merritt Island just did there. So that offensive line makes me nervous. But I think Coco's the clear-cut number 1. Then I think you go Vieira, Rockledge, Vieira, then O'Galley. O'Galley needs to find out there what their quarterback situation is. You got Jamari Crooms, the freshman, over at O'Galley, and Mark Henkel, the junior. 10, 11 seconds to go. I'm not sleeping on O'Galley, Trey. I think they're definitely passed down the field, and that is picked off. Oh, no, he dropped it. Thought he had it. In and out of the hands of the cornerback. Now, I'm not sleeping on O'Galley. If you go back and read the preview I did of O'Galley, I said that O'Galley has that team this year that deserves to be mentioned with the Cocos, Rockledges, and Vieiras in this county now with what Chris Sands has done there. The problem is you can't ignore the fact, and you can't, that they lost 17 seniors over there, 9 of them to Division I schools, and they haven't solved the quarterback situation yet. Now, I like both Henkel and Crooms. I like Jamari Crooms. Watched him play with the Space Coast Panthers, and it'll be 3rd and 10, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. I used to watch Jamari Crooms play with Space Coast, but, look, they got to get the quarterback situation figured out. Yes, they got Pork Chop Hayes. They got Tamaje Hayes. They got another freshman on that defensive line that's going to be a 4 or 5-star guy. They got speed. They got talent. They're going to win 7-8 games this year. But I do think that Vieira's front seven, and if C.J. Sims can get it rolling this year, that can be a special football team. All right, that's the end of the first quarter. Going to step away. And we'll be back here with the start of quarter number 2. But I love the healthy debates, man. Bring it on. Let's talk football. It's here. Let's have some fun.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
All right, welcome back here. And Merritt Island, 3rd down. They're in Denaburg field goal range for sure. Oh, how's he going to call a delay a game against him? I don't like that call. I guess it is what it is. Maybe Denaburg wants a 50-yarder because he's not picking up 15 here. At least he hasn't. This offense hasn't shown they can pick up 15 yards against Cocoa yet. And Virgil Marshall on the right side here fakes the pitch. Denaburg rolls right, throws. Had the receiver there, comes up short. That's going to be 4th down and 15, 16 now. The ball will be marked at the 38. 48, this would be a 54-yarder. Again, 4 field goals last year over 50 yards. And I think they're going to try it. They are going to try a 54-yard field goal. Good night, Miss Murphy. On the grass here at Cocoa. Ball be spotted at the 44. A 54-yard attempt. He had a 57-yarder last year. Snap, hold, kick. That's short. No, is it? Oh, he got it. He got it. Brady Denaburg with a 54-yard field goal. Wow. Holy smokes. On the grass. Thought it was short. Just snuck it over the crossbar. Markel Kimbrough said they're going to be kicking all night. I tell you what, it's 14-6, and that's what Brady Denaburg can do. He made it a visit to Florida, and Dan Mullen's interested in him as a kicker, man. That's unbelievable. And with no rush, right, Ezekiel Mitchell says that's practice. No doubt, man. No doubt for a foot like that. He was our Brevard Sports Network Special Teams Player of the Year last year. Deservedly so. And he'll drill this one into the end zone coming up. Yeah. Daniel says them 3 points going to add up. Yeah, they are. Right now, a fluke play and a 2-point conversion, and we're tied. But you know what they say, right? Welcome in, Chevelle Bowie. How you doing, buddy? Speaking of those Cocoa Tiger teams, those great Cocoa Tiger teams. 11:48 to play in the first half, and he'll just pooch this one. And that'll be caught at the 27-yard line. I'd have to say that so far not the performance offensive coordinator Adam Franco was hoping for from his quarterback. But again, I would think that settling in, O.J. Ross doing all the damage for the Cocoa offense. Touchdown runs of 27 and 49 yards. Grimes, and he'll be stacked up and dropped for a loss of 1, maybe 2. Actually, they give him a yard. Logan Cody on the stop. Second and 9. Wydner gives to Ross. Ross glides through the hole, but he's pushed back. He's going to pick up maybe 2. Be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 5. Passing down. And you're taking a look right now at a young man that is just, see him come in. He's big. Big number 79. And he steps offside, 75. That's Gabe Arnold. He's a young, 75 is just a sophomore. That hurts. And that's the young man that just checked in, and he's going to check right back out. I don't understand what the exercise was there. Call came in, cost him 5 yards, and checked out. So now it's a 1st and 10 situation for Cocoa. Ball on the 35. Wydner from the gun. 4 wide receivers. Ross to his left. Linebacker shows blitz, backs up, throws, cross. Ross catches, brought down from behind. Actually checked that. That's Jamari A. Robinson. Turns, gives. Ross. What's so special about him is the young man just picks up yards like, and it doesn't even look like he's picking up yards. 3rd and 2, 2.5, maybe 3 for Cocoa. Wydner tries to draw him off. Nearly got him. But Aaron Session gets back. Blitz, Robinson. He'll have enough for the Cocoa first down. Ball out to about the 46-yard line. 9:14 to play here in the opening quarter. Or in the opening half, I should say. Methodically moving the football here. Wydner. Looks, throws, fires. Caught. Nice throw. Nice catch. DJ Grimes at the 10. 5. Touchdown, Cocoa Tigers. DJ Grimes. So there you go. Got the passing game going there. 45-yard touchdown. But it looks like we got a flag, and we do. Hold. And it's coming back. Holding. Man, if you're a Tiger fan, that's frustrating. So it'll be 1st and 20 now. Take the touchdown to Grimes off the board. And it'll be first down and 20 from the 36-yard line. Nice pass, though, from Wydner to Grimes. Hit him in stride, and all Grimes had to do was he broke one tackle on the far side, was able to get into the end zone. 3 wide receivers now split wide to the left. 1 wide receiver split near side here. Screen pass. And another flag comes flying way in. I think you saw it. Let's see what this is. Keep your eye on the white hat. Personal foul, hit to the head against Merritt Island. That'll be 15 yards and more than enough for a first down at the end of the play. The screen pass to O.J. Ross will move the ball out to the 40-yard line. And the Cocoa Tigers now first and 10 with 8:33 to play here in the opening half. First and 10 at the Merritt Island 40. Two split wide left, 2 split wide right equally. Ross with the ball straight up the middle. O.J. Ross a step away from breaking it. It'll be 2nd and 4 now as O.J. Ross just gliding up the middle. Make it 2nd and 3 as he picks up 7. See what I mean? Confusion on the left side of the Merritt Island defense to give us to Ross again. Look at this cutback, and this time he only picks up 3. Looked like he was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but gets through. It'll be 3rd and 1. Actually, 3rd and about 6 inches. 14-6, Tigers on runs of 27 and 49 yards. The Whitehead says that's a first down. Move the chains, guys. 7:29 to play here in the opening half. A 36 and a 54-yard field goal for Brady Denaburg, and that's the scoring thus far. It's an 8-point Tiger lead. Wydner from the gun. DJ Grimes in motion to give us to Ross. Ross, nice tackle. That's how you stop him. You grab him by the ankles. Aaron Session on the stop. 2nd and 10 now. No gain on the play. Session will check out. Checking in is number 22. That's Chris Lee, the junior linebacker. 6:45 to go. Tick-tock, tick-tock, clock running. 2nd and 10 for Wydner in this Tiger offense. Franco, play already in. Wydner claps, looks, delivers. Cross the middle, nearly picked off, in and out of the hands of Maddox Moss, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So, I don't know, the Tigers seem to have a pretty good foot and with no rush, but I still think right now you're looking at a 47-yard field goal. So this is 4-down territory for Cocoa. You don't have to get it all in one play, but the offense certainly capable of doing it. Wydner calls for the ball. He gets it, stops, looks, plants, throws, fires. That's a Butte Clark right there on the sidelines. Nice pitch and catch to DJ Grimes. And again, you didn't have to get it all on the first one. They don't. It'll be 4th down and, by my guesstimation, 4. Actually, picked up a little more than I thought. 4th and 1. As the Cocoa Tigers offense talks to Ryan Schneider, Adam Franco, the offensive coordinator, Matt Diesel, the defensive coordinator. I'd like to thank Beachway Volleyball Club and Club Director Michelle Rycroft. Also want to thank Uberzati, Kendall Signs, Walk-ons. (14-6), Tigers on top. 1 hour into this one, 6:28 to play in the opening half. Tigers driving. 9th play of the drive. This will be 4th and 1. Big 4th down coming up. Tigers on 4th down today. 0 for 1. Wydner goes under center. He keeps it. I don't know. He's still pushing, and you know there's some things being said in that pile. Are they going to give it to him? Let's see here. That was close. I mean, he could fall forward enough. Yes, indeed. The White Hat says, move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Winds the clock. Ball just outside of the Uberzati red zone. A wide open touchdown. Jamari A. Robinson, 20 yards, and it's 20-6, Coco. Nobody. Busted coverage. Wydner saw it, lofted it into the end zone, and Jamari A. Robinson hauls it in, and it's 20-6, Coco. I mean, there wasn't a Merritt Island Mustang within 15 yards of Robinson. Snap, the hold, the kick is something. No good. And the score will stay at 20-6. All right, that's an 11-play drive capped off by a 20-yard touchdown pass from Davin Wydner to Jamari A. Robinson. With 5:55 to play in the first half, it's 20-6 Tigers. All right, welcome back here. Thanks to thank Uberzati. A lot of these student athletes, O.J. Ross, all trained over there at Uberzati. The information on the bottom of the screen. The kickoff happened. I mean, there's no sense. I mean, if it would be run back, I'd show it to you. It was a nice kick. Went down to about the 10, but the ball spotted at the 25. So that's where Merritt Island will take over. 1st and 10 at the 25. Brady Denaburg still in at quarterback for the Mustangs. He's got 4 wide receivers. They're split equally to both sides. Dominic Shields to his right. Turns, gives to Shields. Reverse. And he throws to Denaburg. Denaburg catch. And that'll be a 12-yard gain on the reverse pass from Bridger Kobe to Brady Denaburg. Like the play call from offensive coordinator Tyler Murray, that's a gain of 14 and a first down for the Mustangs. Straight, quick snap there. That won't work. 5:36 to play here in the first half. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. God, it's good to be back on. Second and 10. Shields and Denaburg. Denaburg drops back, looks, throws, flawless. He had a receiver. My bad on the camera there. The receiver was Abel Wellburn. Denaburg had him. Wellburn had a step on the secondary. Got to hit these guys in stride. Demetrius Jackson says, well, that was fun. Time to pull the starters. Tigers starting off strong. Man, it's weird not seeing and hearing Day-Day White's name. Kim, you know what? I'll tell you, man, it is. And it's also weird for me not to say DJ Arroyo, too. DJ Arroyo looking, throws. Good for him. Day-Day is now at Tusculum, and, of course, DJ's at Marist. DJ's got a good shot, from what I understand, to win that starting job there as a true freshman. That would be something. Third down and 10. See if Merritt Island has any more tricks up their sleeve here. Denaburg's going to roll to the near side. Look, turns, throws back. Picked off. Nicely read by the Cocoa linebacker. Get the number there. Samadre Hawkins with the pick. That was a nice read by Samadre. Number 50 on the O-line for Cocoa. Let's see here. No, I do not have a number 50 on the O-line. I've got Passmore, Leonard, Tony, Vic, Xavier, and Damien. Who is number 50? DeAndre Vistorsi. I'll have to keep my eyes out. Yeah, somebody needs to let us know what that score is between Rockledge and Vero. Wydner just gets rid of it. Nice play by Wydner just to throw it away. It'll be second and 10. Yeah, update us on some scores. I'm by myself, so I can't grab the app and do that. So help me out a little bit. 20-6. Cocoa on top. Tigers got into the end zone after an 11-play drive on the last. They're going to call Wydner for intentional grounding. And in high school, remember, there is no out of the pocket in high school. You do that anywhere on the football field, and it's intentional grounding. So he may have looked like he was out of the pocket, and he may have been as it pertains to college or the National Football League, but it doesn't exist in high school. 4:43, 20-6. Wydner to loss of down. And that little comeback loses a couple of more yards, and Wydner not yet comfortable. 21-0 Vero over Rock. Thank you, Eddie. Appreciate you, bud. Melbourne 17, Heritage nothing. Wow. Not a shocker for Melbourne. I was telling everybody, I think people wanted to annoy, Heritage is a good football team, and they're going to be good. But Melbourne's a little bit ahead of the game. in terms of those two programs. Wydner throws. That's easy pick. Not a good pass from Davin Wydner. And picked off by number 35, Sean Mayo. And the Mustangs will take over. That Vero Beach team, Coach Jankowski, that's a squad. That is a squad and a half this year. Last year they lost 2 games at home, and if you remember, Vero Beach had broke the record for the longest home winning streak in the history of high school football in the state of Florida, and then finally got beat twice at home last year. It was a young football team they had. Coach Jankowski's got that team dialed in and had a chance to watch them play in their spring games, and they ran roughshod over O'Galley, and I do mean roughshod. 1st and 10, Denaburg drops back, throws, caught, Shields across the 40, up to the 44. That's a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd down and 1 for Merritt Island. 3:36 to go in the opening half, and the Mustangs at least trying to get close to field goal territory, and, well, that's just across midfield if you're them for Brady Denaburg. You know, I'll say this, too, and you guys chime in and agree or disagree with me. But, you know, to me, it's like college football this year. Everybody wants to anoint Alabama and all of these teams that have new starting quarterbacks up there. Look, you know, I don't buy that. It took me a while to be sold on the fact that you've got to have a quarterback, a returning quarterback. I mean, I know you see it in the NFL with these rookie quarterbacks, but even they struggle. But at the college level, and especially high school, I mean, Rockledge is gonna go through some bumps in the road this year. They got a great young quarterback in a sophomore, Trevin Green. He's going to be outstanding. Oh my goodness gracious. Virgil Swipe Marshall did just that. Swiped Dallas Donahue, and it's 3rd and 5. Goodness gracious. So to me, if you're starting, it's going to take some time to get going. You're going up against a team like Vero Beach. I give Wayne Younger all the credit in the world for taking this as the Kickoff Classic game. He's going to know exactly where that football team is. They're going to call hit to the head. Oh, that's a horrible call. Sorry, guys. I love the Mid-Coast Officials Association, but that's not a good call. Roy Holbeck and company, they do a good job, but that one right there, wow. 15 yards, 1st and 10 now. Ball on the 44. I don't know. Maybe he needs to lose a couple pounds, Martell. I was wondering the same thing myself. Denaburg pitches to Shields, balls out, and it gets out of bounds. 2:11 to go here. Look, I apologize. I do. I apologize to the officials. I shouldn't have said that. It's my Kickoff Classic, too. And I shouldn't have said horrible call, or that's not me. But not a good one, I don't think. I thought that was a good, clean hit by a Swipe. I'll let you guys say it. 1st or 2nd and that's going to, I was going to say that should be a loss of 5 or 6, and it is a loss of 7. 2nd and 7 now as that Mustang offense backs up. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. I'm going to take a break. And Coco, entire front 7 jumped offside, so it'll be 2nd down and 12 now. Back and forth. You can tell it's a kickoff classic, that's for sure. But I'm glad to have football. I don't care if it's a kickoff classic or not. Denaburg rolls. Flag. That'll be a hold. That's coming back. So Denaburg scoots up the sidelines, but it won't matter. And the white hat immediately signals the hold. And back we go. Jacob. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. I have no views one way or another on what you should be doing or what you shouldn't be doing. Just stay safe. And I hope to see you all out at a football game on a Friday night near you. We've got 2-3 crews that we're going to be doing this year. And I'm just going to shoot it straight. We're going to be doing a lot of Cocoa, a lot of Vieira, and a lot of Rockledge this year. Next week, we're going to make the trip to Vero Beach, and you're going to see Coco and Vero Beach here on Brevard Sports Network, and Caleb Brown's going to go down for that one, and I am going to go to Vieira for Rockledge and Vieira. Denaburg rolls. Goodness! Denaburg just lets this one fly, and that's caught! What a play! I don't know how that play got made, but I'll tell you what, Denaburg 45 yards in the air with that one, and there was Ryder Veris waiting for it to come down out of the sky, and it's 1st and 10. Ball just inside the Ubrazati red zone. 1:30 to play in the half. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The defender slipped down. The wide receiver took advantage. And that's a 48-yard play. Wow. So Tigers jump off sides, 1st and 5. Now ball on the 15 inside the Ubrazati red zone. Denaburg wants it, gets it. Tigers blitz, throws, open, caught, touchdown, Merritt Island. That was a pretty play. Abel Wellborn from Brady Denaburg for 15 yards. And guess what? They take the lucky break and turn it in to 6 points. And it's 20-12, Coco on top. Uh-oh. One thing I will tell you is in this heat, Coco is not going to be better conditioned than Merritt Island or Merritt. These are two teams that are both well conditioned, but that's not going to be an advantage for anybody as Brady Denaburg pops it through, and it's 20-13 following the 15-yard touchdown pass from Brady Denaburg to Abel Wellborn. We've got us a game with 1:01 to play in the first half. We'll be back here in just a moment.
Hi, this is Michelle Rycroft with Beach Wave Volleyball Club, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Hey, this is Devon Dudley, and you are watching Brevard Sports Network. Oh, my brother, testify.
At Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill, flavorful hickory smoke meets carefully seasoned beef, pork, chicken, and ribs, and the results are out of this world. For a night out or dinner with the family, every visit is memorable. generous portions of your barbecue favorites, and more. And dishes you won't find anywhere else. Virtually all made from scratch. There's live music 4 nights a week, indoor and outdoor seating, and a private banquet room for special events. Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill. Good times, great food.
All right. Denaburg set to kick off here. 1:01 to play in the half. And the Mustangs have crept to within 7. Check that, 7. It's 20-13. That ball will go out of the end zone. I'd like Coco try to run the offense here with 1:01 to go. Maybe make a play, a big play down the field here. Let's see what they got. Brady Denaburg. Buying time and slipping behind coverage was Abel Wellborn. And Wydner seems to have a little bit of a limp there. Boy, they're lucky there. Wydner under pressure, and he's going to go down. Davin Wydner sacked. I believe that was, says Aaron Sessions on the sack, but I also saw 36 in there as well for the Mustangs. In fact, I thought it was 36 on the stop. And the Cocoa Tigers will take a timeout. Yeah, it was. It was Jaquay McFadden off the defensive line there. The sophomore, McFadden and Sessions getting to the quarterback, Davin Wydner, who's, I guess, if you're looking at the kind of first half, you obviously a kickoff classic type of a first half. You want to see next week, you're going to have to definitely turn this up a notch. You see what's going on between Vero Beach and Rockledge tonight, regardless of whether you're starting a sophomore at quarterback or not. That Rockledge defense is pretty good. And Vero Beach has got 21 on them. So Wydner's going to have to put some points up next week. Ball low, snap, looking to throw, just gets rid of it. And I don't know. He had a receiver in the area, but he threw it out of bounds. And just not any rhythm yet in the passing game for Coco. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 20 following the sack and the incomplete pass. The incomplete pass will stop the clock with 45 seconds to go. Cam, yeah, I agree. That's the one concern. Remember, we talked about that offensive line. I think they almost have to run the football here. You got to give this to O.J. Ross. They don't. They look to throw. Wydner. And while it won't be a sack, and you know what? They're going to call a hit to the head against Merritt Island. And I don't like that either. I don't like that call either. Yeah, so that's going to be 15 yards and close to a Cocoa Tiger first down, or just short. Personal foul gives the Tigers 15 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down. Or actually, it is enough for a first down. And the Tigers catch a break. Wydner throws, caught, out of bounds. Clock stop. .27 seconds to go. Down and distance don't really matter now. You got 27 seconds here. Second down and 4. Really, it's second and 54 to the end zone. I think you got to try to let him air it out. Nice. Jamari A. Robinson with the catch out of bounds. Nice throw from Wydner. I think his best of the night. The gain is 19, and the Cocoa Tigers have a first down on the Merritt Island Mustang 43-yard line. $20 seconds to go. Nice awareness there by Jamari A. Robinson to get out of bounds. First and 10, ball at the 43. Wydner throws, and again, behind DJ Grimes, and the ball will be incomplete. 16 seconds to go. Second and 10. Yeah, you got to take a shot down the field here. Wydner under pressure throws. What a catch. Dropped. Ball was dropped. Jamari A. Robinson. Flag down. Holding against the Tigers. It wouldn't have counted. It'll back it up 10 yards. Now I think maybe you just either throw a Hail Mary here or take a knee. Last year in a game, and I think maybe you won't. You weren't there yet. Last year in a game against Satellite, Merritt Island's going to decline the penalty. Not sure why, but okay. In a game against Satellite, right before the half, Davin Wydner tried to throw a Hail Mary, scooted out of the pocket, and ended up throwing a pick six against Satellite. Timeout. Mustangs. Huh. This is an interesting scenario here. Anybody got any more scores? Let me know. Would love to know. We had Heritage trailing Melbourne 21-0. Vero over Rockledge 21-0. Well, almost. Malley. Can't cuss on here, Malley. Wydner steps up, throws, underneath, caught, and time will expire. Did they get it? I don't think they did. And that will take us. Did they get it? Did they get it with 1 second? Hey, indeed they do. Yeah, I don't see him. So the timeout is called. That's going to leave 2 seconds on the clock. Port St. Lucie 7, Palm Bay 7, third quarter. Okay. Huh? Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes. Yes. Nick Donahue. Going to take a shot here, no doubt. With 2 seconds, 20-13. Melbourne 24, Heritage 6 at the half. All right. I don't know where my battery is. Injured player down on the field. He's sitting up, cramps, and you're going to see that coming up a lot in the fourth quarter. A lot of cramps coming up. I promise you. Tell you what, you can say what you want, and you will, but you could not put distance between yourself and Merritt Island. And now the Mustangs are in this football game. They are. They've figured some things out here, and this is going to be an interesting second half. I don't think the Cocoa Tigers are just going to come out here and push them around. First of all, there is not that intimidation factor that maybe Merritt Island felt when they originally came in here. This is going to be a ball game in the second half. 20-13. I think they've confused Davin a little bit or done some things that have forced the offensive line into some confusion. They've sacked the quarterback. Nice throw. Wide open. Caught. Dropped. Had it. And that'll be the end of the half. Had it right there at the goal line. O'Galley losing to Martin County 21-7. So, all right, that'll take us to the end of the first half. And I'm going to step aside, take a break. I'll be back with the start of the third quarter. Halftime here, 20-13, Cocoa on top. All right, welcome back here. Halftime between the Cocoa Tigers and the Merritt Island Mustangs. 20-13. Tigers on top. Cocoa early led this thing 14-0 thanks to a 27 and a 49-yard rushing touchdowns from O.J. Juice Man Ross. A 36-yard field goal by Brady Denaburg would cut the lead to 14-3. A 54-yard field goal would cut it to 14-6. The Tigers would then take a 20-6 lead, missed extra point, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Davin Wydner to Jamari A. Robinson, wide open in the end zone. Merritt Island would score late in the first half as Brady Denaburg would find Abel Wellborn behind the Cocoa defender. Extra point good. 20-13 is where we are here. And we got us a ball game because you got to feel like that Merritt Island's figured some things out here. They get going in late in that half. A little bit of misdirection. Rolling Brady Denaburg out has bought him some time. And he's made some plays down the field. Coco's offense, although they got 20 points on the board, big plays from O.J. Ross. I want to see that passing attack pick up a little bit more. So we'll see what halftime adjustments were made as the Tigers drizzling out there right now. So let's do this before the second half kickoff. We got 2:35 to go. Let's show you some sponsors, some partners of ours. SCS Academy. If you know Corey Williams, Space Coast Stars, then you know SCS Academy. Check them out online at hondoathletics.com. And, of course, Kendall Signs, design, fabrication, installation. They are one of Florida's largest and leading sign companies. Give them a call for all of your sign, design, fabrication, and installation needs at 321-636-5116 or check them out online at kendallsigns.com. I'd like to thank Slow and Low Barbecue and the Sun Shop. Dan Hancock, your solar.
This is homeowner Harry. He's a family man, and today he's examining his utility bills. He's wondering why his utility costs, especially the cost of energy, is so high. He wishes there was an alternative that could cost him lower than his present bills. Luckily for him, there is. Here's Dan from Sun Shop at his door. Dan has come to explain to him how going solar can help him lower his utility cost and solve his worries. Homeowner Harry lets Dan in, and he explains to him how the sun will fuel his home when he goes solar. Dan also breaks everything down to him on how his bills would be lower, and he'll be helping the planet in his own little way at the same time. He was pleased with all what he has heard about going solar with Sun Shop. Thanks to Dan from Sun Shop, his home is now powered by solar. And now he's all smiles and happy. No worries for him as he's now in control of his monthly utility bills. Contact Dan with Sun Shop below today to go solar too.
All right, welcome back here. Merritt Island fired up. Seems to be a different mindset right now for the two teams coming back from halftime. Vero and Rockledge, thanks to Franz Palamise. And I tell you, Franz, you need to check out Mental Fitness Warfare. Franz does a great job as we are set for second half kickoff. Remember, Merritt Island will receive. They won the toss and deferred. See what adjustments Merritt Island made here at halftime. As all the coaches begin to come back into the booth. I think, it's possible that Coca may have even thought by now they'd be looking at their number 2s out there, but this is a football game. The deficit is just 7 points. We were talking about our top 10 before the start of this one tonight, and I felt Mental Warfare Fitness, LLC. Put the number up there. Put the number up there, Franz. I got the bottom banner loaded on the wrong iPad tonight. And we're set for the second half kickoff. 21-6, Palm Bay, Port St. Lucie 7-7. Bureau 21-6 over Rock. And the Lou Groza style kicker, and we are underway, and no returns here in the Kickoff Classic. That'll start next week with the start of the regular season. So let's see what the Merritt Island Mustangs have done at halftime. All right, I'll get the halftime thing adjusted to the third quarter here coming up in just a second. Denaburg throws, caught, and that'll be a loss of 6. And it'll be 2nd and 16 here. (20-13). Tigers on top. I'd like to welcome in Mr. Jawan Taylor watching. Good luck to you this year, Jawan, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Good quarterback battle going on up in Jacksonville. Denaburg looks, pass, throws, caught. Bridger Kobe across the middle. And that is a 21-yard gain for the Mustangs as Kobe picks up a Merritt Island Mustang first down. Back to the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs come. 1st and 10, ball at their own 40. Denaburg from the gun. Slot receiver on the left. Split wide to the left is Julius Bennett. And wide to the right is Abel Wellborn. Now doubles inside. In motion comes Dallas Donahue, and the pass goes to Donahue, and it's low and incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. We will find out which one of these two teams is best conditioned, because we're going to be getting into the nitty-gritty coming up here. It is hot. It is humid. It is a physical football game. Denaburg from the gun. Wide left is Julius Bennett. Denaburg rolls back, throws. There's a flag, and we're going to get pass interference on the Cocoa Tigers. And that's going to be 15 yards and a Merritt Island first down. And that's indeed what the call is. $10:27 to go, and the Mustangs on the move here. Two flags actually flew in on that one. Once again, we'd like to thank Uberzati and Sunshop. Call your solar coach, Dan Hancock. Solar energy, the wave of not the future, but now. It's here. So it'll be 1st and 10, ball at the Cocoa 45 for Denaburg. Third quarter, 10:27 to go. Just underway, second half. Here comes Denaburg and the Merritt Island offense. The big play on this one, of course, the pass interference and the 21-yard completion to Bridger Kobe. Gives to Dominic Shields. There's that reverse again. Wide open is Denaburg, but Kobe underthrows him, and that'll be incomplete. They had it. They ran that earlier in the first half, and it was complete, but not that time. 2nd and 10. 10:21 to go here. Quarter number 3. I think this game is just screaming for O.J. Ross to bust it open coming up. Shields in motion. Denaburg way back. Screen pass into the middle of that Cocoa Tiger teeth. And the helmet comes off of Kobe, and he's going to have to take a play off. And Kobe comes off for a play, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Ball on the 45. You think I'm kidding when I'm saying what I'm about to say, but right now it's a 62-yard field goal attempt. Don't laugh. He's got a 54-yarder tonight and a 60 or a 57-yarder last year. So if they can get 8-9 yards closer and no rush in the Kickoff Classic, Denaburg certainly capable of hitting it. 3rd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Denaburg goes back. This time, pass is complete up the middle. Ball's out. And recovered by Merritt Island after a gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 7. Kobe checks back in. Thank you, Jim. And Denaburg comes on. He's going to punt, I think. No way. Yo, no way. He's going to line up for a 59-yard field goal attempt. 59-yard field goal attempt. No rush. Snap, the hold, the kick. That one's about 10 yards short. So no good from 59. Why not try it, right? Cocoa will take over 1st and 10. What's the flag for? What's he throwing a flag for? He threw a flag. I'm not sure what he threw it for. Back there in that, where that kick dropped. You can see him having a discussion. He threw it for something. All right, here comes the Cocoa Tiger offense back out onto the field. Davin Wydner at quarterback. He had a 20-yard touchdown pass in the first half to Jamari A. Robinson. But outside of that, not much. O.J. Ross with a little under 100 yards rushing. He had a 27-yard and a 49-yard touchdown run. What is the flag for? I don't understand that. They're going to start him at the 25. I don't get that. If you can't return that and you can't run that, you should be able to get that from where they tried the field goal. If that wasn't the case, then Merritt Island should have punted the football. I don't understand the line of thinking there. Wydner from the gun. Give is to the man in motion. Turns, cuts back. And that Merritt Island defense up to the task. DJ Grimes on the jet sweep. Stopped after a gain of 4, maybe 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 now. 8:08 to play here in the third quarter. O.J. Ross to the right of Wydner. The give is to Ross. Ross cuts back. He makes it look so fluid. Ross picks up 8. He'll have enough for a Cocoa Tiger first down. It'll be 1st and 10. But we've got, yeah, no, he says first down now. There we go. The chain's moving now. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers now. 7:37 clock ticking. Wydner from the gun. He's got 4 wide receivers. Low snap, give again up the middle to Ross. Look at O.J. Ross go. O.J. Ross carrying tacklers. Ross for 23 and another Tiger first down. Ross, the juice man, has cracked the century mark. Because it's the Kickoff Classic, Larry. They don't do. Next week they'll go back to rushing kicks. But in the Kickoff Classic, for the interest of safety, they don't rush kicks or punts. 1st and 10, and again, we said that O.J. Ross would probably, little screen, bubble screen, incomplete, and just didn't look good on that one. 2nd and 10. Ross with 117 rushing yards tonight. 2 touchdowns. He is, so far, our Uberzati player of the game. 2nd and 10. Fakes the sweep to Ross. Gets it out to Cedric Hawkins. Hawkins still on his feet. Fights for more yards. And Hawkins gets out. Picks up 7. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Cocoa Tigers. 6:48 to play, third quarter. You're welcome, sir. Wydner from the gun. Just turn and give it to Ross. Four down territory, I think. Play action to Ross, throws. They want a flag. Should have been one. Grabbed him around the waist a little bit early, but an incomplete pass nonetheless. Judgment call, close call, real time, 6:07, 4th and 3 now for Cocoa. And again, 4-down territory for sure. This is the Uberzati 4th down attempt from Cocoa. They are 1 for 3 tonight on 4th down. Trying to get them to jump. That worked once. Wydner has it batted down. And what a night Aaron Session is have. He's got a sack, a strip sack fumble, and now a batted down pass on 4th down, and he's going to be called for taunting. I think that's going to be the call. See what the call is. Saw a lot of those calls in week 1 of the NFL preseason, a lot of taunting calls. Ridiculous, man. Let these guys play, and they're going to walk it back. It's actually going to go. Yep. And so, personal foul, taunting penalty. We'll back up Merritt Island to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. 6:02 to play here in the third quarter. I agree, Alex. Give the ball to OJ and let's go. Play that ball control. Merritt Island with a gutsy performance here tonight, no doubt about it. I had them at number 5 in terms of the rankings coming in. Certainly worthy of that thus far. Dallas Donahue in motion. Denaburg rolls to his left, throws deep down the field. Merritt Island screaming for a flag, but that's just good coverage. The referees in the stands do not like the non-call. Oh, there is a flag. Oh, he did throw the flag. Wow. Oh, they called it on Merritt Island. They called unsportsmanlike conduct on Merritt Island sidelines. They're going to back them up 15 yards. So it'll be 2nd and should be 25, but it's 2nd and 20. Close one, Tay-Tay. $5:55 to go. It was 21-6, Jacob. 21-6 Vero on top of Rock. Second and 20 now for the Mustangs. Double stacked wide left and right. Play action to Shields. Throws across the middle. Nearly intercepted. Good coverage. Ball intended for Ryder Veras. Can't see that number. Looks like that is Caleb Dobbs on that coverage over there. So Dobbs with the coverage. Fans getting into it, rocking the camera a little bit here. Third and 20. Bridger Kobe bobbles, dropped. Bridger Kobe should have had that one. Nice play by Denaburg. It would have been short of a first down. 5:43 to play, and it'll be 4th down and 20. An obvious punting situation. Cedric Hawkins and Caleb Dobbs back deep for the Tigers. He just absolutely puts a foot and goes end over end. The ball will bounce all the way down and go out of bounds at the 25, 26, 27-yard line. It's a 57-yard punt, technically. Coco's quarterback, 6'5", 6'5", 6'5", 220. Davin Wydner. Love to see him step up and let one loose here. He's got a strong arm. He can make all the throws. Just seems a little off tonight. $5:39 to play here in the third quarter. 20-13, Coco on top. Let's give it to OJ here. Turns, gives, Ross. Cuts it back. Ross spins through the hole, and he'll pick up 2, maybe 3. And there's the cramps coming in. You see number 25 down, and he's trying to beat the cramp out. That's not going to work. That's Dylan Turknet, sophomore. We talked about it. Mary Faye says, let's get it, Panthers. Mary, I think you are on the wrong game. Heritage, and this is Coco and Merritt Island. And you see Trainer stretching out the cramps. Hurley Brown out there. Early in his 4th season, 14-13 all time. Of course, you know Hurley. He spent some time pretty much everywhere in terms of coaching. He was with Miami. You just love hearing Hurley's stories. He was a defensive back for the Canes under, I believe, Dennis Erickson. Of course, Ryan Schneider, 28-9. He's in his 4th year with Coco. Ryan with a outstanding college career as well at UCF. He's still in the record books and still holds some of UCF's, like when I say he's like in the top 5 up there with Dante Culpepper. Coming up next week here on Brevard Sports Network. We got a doubleheader action for you. Caleb Brown will be on the road down at Vero Beach for Coco and Vero. I'll be over on the campus of Rockledge High School for Coco, for Vieira and Rock. And the sophomore is up and walking off. Be a lot of middle of the night screaming going on in a lot of these households tonight. Waking up, cramps. Oh, it's the worst. And it's like if you've ever battled these before, you wake up just before, because your body feels it starting to happen, and then you wake up just before it happens, and it's sheer misery. Just get up, and if you can make it to the kitchen, throw a little salt under the tongue. That usually helps alleviate them fairly quickly. At least it does for me, because I still get them. Wydner with a little screen pass out, or swing pass out, I should. O.J. Ross is gone! Juice Man Ross takes a swing pass from Wydner, and he goes 70 yards. And there's a flag back down. This will be the second touchdown taken off the board tonight by Coco. O.J. Juice Man Ross. That good. See what the call is here. Holding. See the burst of speed from O.J.? Just when he caught that ball, he split 4 defenders and was gone. Gone. 5 minutes on the dot. To play here in the third quarter, and the Tigers are going to be backed up. And it's going to be second down and a spot foul. Straight fire on that one, no doubt. O.J. Ross turned those Jets on, and he was gone. Delta, American Airlines got nothing on him. That would have put him over 225 yards of all-purpose yards tonight. Yeah, Franz Palame says that burst in stride. It's just different. It is. And again, you know what? I do give a lot of credit for the workouts he's put in this summer, and he has really gone that extra mile. He's an Uberzati athlete. Does an outstanding job there. Works with Eddie Mays as well in the Elite Football Academy. Amazing Elite Football Academy. Does a great job. And Coach Mays' contingency of coaches and organizations like Mental Warfare Fitness and Nuvo Fitness and Recovery. Wydner underneath, caught. That's enough for a first down. Wydner stepped up in the pocket. Nice play. Finds Cedric Hawkins. That's Hawkins' second catch of the night. So that'll be enough for a Cocoa Tiger first down here with 4:42 to play in the third quarter. And he's just as humble can be, O.J. is. Look at him. Through the hole. He stopped that time. That's a good play. Down there, getting up off the pile. Want to make sure you give the... That's a great play by Maddox Moss, the linebacker, getting in there and grabbing O.J. by the legs to bring him down. That'll be a gain of 2. Across the middle, perfect strike. That one caught by Hawkins again. Cedric Hawkins with 2 catches on the drive. So Wydner starting to find a little bit of a groove here. That could be dangerous with the way O.J. Ross is running. This time a little wide receiver out and nowhere to go, but still managing to find room is Jamarie Robinson. 21-12, Rockledge making it a game. And that'll be a gain of 4 or 5, and it'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Tigers. .253 to play, third quarter. Jet sweep here, sort of. That's DJ Grimes on the carry, and Grimes will be brought down after a gain of 1. Nice play again by Maddox Moss. Third down and 5. Passing down. Nobody in the backfield. 5 wide receivers set. Adam Franco, Ryan Schneider. Timeout. Whistles. Nope, no timeout. Okay. Empty backfield. 5 wide receivers. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Wydner wants it. Gets it. 2 steps, looks, throws, fires. Off of Cedric Hawkins' hands. Kind of threw it behind him just a little bit. 4th and 5. Olympia beating Vieira 27-23. Wow. All right, come on. Fourth down and 5. Cornerback sneaking up here, cheating a little bit. Slot receiver. Wydner looks, throws. Caught O.J. Ross with space. Ross cuts back. More than enough for a Cocoa Tiger first down. Nice look by Davin Wydner to find Ross through his progressions. Under pressure, looked left, nobody there, looked right, found O.J. Ross for the first down, 142. Good drive here by the Tigers to start, or maybe to finish the third quarter, I should say. From the gun, whistles, and a timeout on the field by the Merritt Island Mustangs. So with a timeout on the field and 1:31 to play in the third, it's 20-13. We'll be back after these words from Slow and Low.
At Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill, flavorful hickory smoke meets carefully seasoned beef, pork, chicken, and ribs, and the results are out of this world. For a night out or dinner with the family, every visit is memorable. Generous portions of your barbecue favorites and more, and dishes you won't find anywhere else. Virtually all made from scratch. There's live music 4 nights a week, indoor and outdoor seating, and a private banquet room for special events. Slow and Low Barbecue Bar and Grill. Good times, great food.
All right, 1st and 10, ball on about the 27, 28-yard line. 1:31 to play. Wydner drops, throws. What a bullet! Caught, touchdown, flag down. Nice throw from Davin Wydner. His best of the night. See what the flag is. Holding against Merritt Island. Touchdown, Cocoa Tigers. Nice throw from Wydner. I think I missed the catch, though. My bad. Who caught that? Not sure who caught that. Big drive by Coco. Kick is good. And it's 27-13 Coco. Outstanding job by the Tigers. Good drive. Got a touchdown wiped off the board. Didn't let it bother him. Putting it together, Davin Wydner, that is best throw of the night. Split the coverage. Put the ball where only his wide receiver could get it. And it's a touchdown. That's what he's capable of. We've seen it in spurts tonight. But there it comes at an extremely crucial time. 1:24 to play. Quarter number 3, 27-13 Coco on top. And I owe everybody a beverage for missing that touchdown. Next time you see me out, say, remember you missed that touchdown? You owe me. It's my kickoff classic, too. I'm touching up the skills here, getting set for next week. I miss a throw every once in a while. I apologize. Can you guys see the scoreboard at the top? I don't know, Joyce. We don't know who caught the TD. I'm trying to find out. Caught. And he'll bring it out to the 25. I'm not sure. Anybody? Who caught that touchdown? Who caught that touchdown? No, I don't know either. Yeah, we're trying to find out. All right, here comes Brady Denaburg back. 14-point deficit. 1:24 to go, third quarter. Receiver fell down. That was sort of a trick play there. That was CJ. Well, actually, CJ Bragg is in at quarterback now. Came in for one play, and Bragg's the backup. Second and 10. Dallas Donahue in motion, but Denaburg keeps it himself. Gets out on the sidelines. He'll be brought down, but not before. He picks up 13 yards and enough for a Merritt Island Mustang first down. What's the score of the Heritage Melbourne game? First and 10. Denaburg turns, gives to Shield. Oh, he kept it. Nice play action. Fooled me. Throws a bullet, but only picks up 2 yards to Dallas Donahue. So it'll be 2nd and 8. 50 seconds to go. Not sure why the clock has stopped. It's not. It's rolling. 45. My bad. Actually picked up 4-3. 2nd and 7 now. Right back to the line of scrimmage come the Mustangs. Donahue in motion. Denaburg will keep it himself this time. And he'll be stopped after a gain of 1, maybe 2, by Elijah Davis, the senior linebacker. Ten seconds to go. We got to hurry to get this play off here. Donahue in motion again. And we've got flags. And nope, that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter. The Cocoa Tigers put together an outstanding drive in the third quarter to take a 27-13 lead. It is the only scoring done in the third quarter. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here. Or are we going to have an untimed? Oh. Hold on here. There is no time on the clock, so are we going to have one untimed down to end the third quarter? That's going to be an automatic first down. It was a penalty on Cocoa, so we are indeed going to have an untimed down. One untimed down. Quarter or half or the game cannot end on a defensive penalty. Denaburg pump fakes, throws, caught. That will end the third quarter. So we get set to head to the fourth quarter. Cocoa Tigers on top, 27-13. We'll be back. All right, much thanks to Uberzadi. Uberzadi athlete out there tonight doing a lot of damage, and O.J. Ross. 12 minutes on the clock, fourth quarter underway. Denaburg pump fakes, throws, caught. Nice play, nice catch. Dallas Donahue, or check that, Bridger Kobe on the gain, and that is a pickup of 25, and we got a flag. That's just a nice pump fake from Brady Denaburg, but it's coming back. Looks like got an illegal procedure, and that'll back him up 5 yards. And so you still take plays like that in the Kickoff Classic. And take the tape on it. That the way he moved his shoulders there, he ran Kobe open, Bridger Kobe open with the pump fake. That's just that's a nice play by Denaburg. All right, that'll make it 2nd and 11. 11:53 to go here, fourth quarter. 27-13, Cocoa on top. Good football game. Sloppy, but good. What you expect? Oh, wow. Down the field, caught. And Denaburg finds Dallas Donahue for 30 yards and a Merritt Island first down. Double coverage that time. Led him nicely, and Donahue came up with it. $11:28 to go. 1st and 10, ball at the 25. Certainly in field goal range. Pump fake again, throws. Just misses beyond the outstretched hands of Dallas Donahue again. I'd like to thank Mark Moses, a supporter of the Brevard Sports Network. Be sure to check out the Mark Moses Show every day from 3 to 6 on Sports Radio 1560, The Fan. And, of course, don't miss yours truly every Tuesday on the Mark Moses Show. 11:03 to go, 27-13. Tigers on top, Denaburg. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, my goodness gracious. Get the name of that truck here. Number 25 for the Cocoa Tigers on the stop. So Madre Hawkins, the sophomore linebacker. Third and 12 here. Denaburg rolls to his right, looking. Throws. Broken up in the end zone, not sure by whom. But that'll bring up 4th and 12 in decision time for the Merritt Island Mustangs. Do they kick a field goal, or what do they do here? This would be a 42-yard attempt. It would make the score 27-16. And they are, I think, going to try a field goal here. Seems to be their thing. Ball will be spotted at the 34, which will make it a 44-yard attempt. And this one is up and no good. Denaburg, wide right. He is 2 for 4 on the night. He misses that one from 44. And the Cocoa Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 here. Once again, we'd like to thank Mark Moses. 21-12, Vero wins. Got any baseball players out there? If we do, the place for you here in Brevard County, it's got to be Dingers up in Rockledge. They've done a great job with that facility. Make sure you check it out online, dingerstrainingcenter.com. Call tomorrow. Register some batting cages. Davin Wydner back at quarterback for the Tigers. Turns, gives to Ross. O.J. Ross cut back. Ross still on his feet. Still churning. O.J. Ross just turned out 12 yards. First and 10, give to O.J. Ross again, and Ross this time cuts back outside, high steps. Ross at the 50 and steps out of bounds there. O.J. Ross picks up another 13. I don't show the camera froze. Anybody else? Camera froze? First and 10 at the 50. I'm showing all green. Drops the ball, gets it out. Look at this move. Jamari Robinson. Yeah, I'm showing all green, so I don't show a froze camera. Thank you all. Nice play by Jamari Robinson. Nice play by Davin Wydner to pick that ball up and get that ball out. Coco moving quickly back down the field thanks to two big O.J. Ross runs, one of 13, the other of 12. 2 carries for 25 yards on this drive. 9:25 to play in the game. 27-13 Coco. It's been a struggle. It has been a struggle. And I don't mean that to say that they're playing bad. That's not what I mean. I mean, this has just been a grudge match of a football game. Merritt Island's an athletic team. They're an experienced team. They have 2021 seniors returning this year. So, by the time they get to that Rockledge game, that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. And on the cart, cramps, and more cramps. We talked about the schedule for the Cocoa Tigers. Well, for Merritt Island, they'll open up next week at home against Melbourne. Merritt Island 9-3 all-time against the Bulldogs. They'll then take on Sebastian River. They'll travel to Astronaut. They'll host Palm Bay. They'll head up and play somebody called the Cairo Syrup Makers. Don't ask. I don't know. Then the Titusville Terriers, the Bayside Bears. And if they play like this, with this physicality in that district straight up the middle to run, if they play like this with the physicality and the speed that they showed tonight, it's conceivable to think that they could be a one-loss team by the time they reach Rockledge. And I know a lot of you might say, that's crazy, Alan, but Melbourne looked good tonight against Heritage. They'll beat Sebastian River. I think they're better than Astronaut. They should beat Palm Bay. Don't know anything about Cairo. Titusville's retooling. Bayside hasn't found a quarterback yet. Throws caught. Jamari Robinson on a perfect strike from Davin Wydner again. Wydner finding his groove. And the Tigers are inside the Uberzati red zone with 8:41 to go in the game. So that 5A District 8, I think I think Satellite will make a little bit of noise, and of course Palm Bay. But look, I think it's between Merritt Island and Rockledge this year. And that game on October 22nd at Rockledge between these two will be for that district championship, in my opinion. And the penalty tacked on puts the Tigers first and goal to go inside the Uberzati red zone here. Give his to Ross. Cuts back. Still on his feet. He just, no quit. No quit, no J. Juice Man Ross. You need 5 or 6 or 7 guys to tackle him. And as you saw earlier, even sometimes that doesn't help. 8:09 to go in the game. Great crowd on hand here tonight at Richard Dick Blake Stadium. Wydner rolls to his right, looks, fires, throws. Oh, that's a strike and a touchdown. Beautiful throw from Wydner. And Jamari A. Robinson with his second touchdown catch of the night. And it's 33-13. Pretty throw. It was a dart from Wydner to Robinson, who got his foot in. Kick is up. Good. And with 7:43 to go in the game, the Cocoa Tigers with a 34-13 lead. That touchdown catch for Jamari A. couldn't have been any different. Couldn't have been any more different than the one that he had earlier in the contest where he was wide open. That time, Wydner rolled to his right, and before he got to the sidelines, threw a rocket, and Jamari got his right foot down in the corner of the end zone. And that is what that duo is capable of this year. And the stands beginning to empty out here as the Tigers have a 21-point lead. All right, Merritt Island will take over. 7:43 to go here in the game at the 25-yard line. Denaburg back at quarterback again. Thought we'd see C.J. Bragg now that there was a 21-point lead this late in the fourth quarter, but want to get some work in. Nobody in the backfield. Looks like we're going to throw the ball. Denaburg 2-3 steps outside the pocket. He rolls right, throws. Oh, he just let that one go. And that's caught. Or no, it's incomplete. Out of bounds, says the referee. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 following the incomplete pass. 7:34 to play here in the game. Tigers in at 4-3. Flags down. And coming in. And it's weird to see 44 come on the field. Lauren Ward. And it's not Day. I can't help it, Dominic. It ain't me shaking it. .720 clock moving. 2nd and 5 following the penalty from the gun. Bridger Kobe in front. Turns. Oh, nice play. Good play action. That fooled the Cocoa defense. Completion to Dallas Donahue. First down, Merritt Island. .704 stops the clock to move the chains. 34-13 Cocoa on top. First and 10, ball at the 45-yard line for the Mustangs. They need 3 touchdowns. They'll take just 1 now. Denaburg, Dallas Donahue in motion. Denaburg turns, play action again from the gun. Looks, fires, throws. Pass intended for Bridger Kobe, broken up on the play by Caleb Dobbs. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. .638 to play. The incomplete pass, of course, stops the clock. Game is 3 hours old coming up. Almost 10 o'clock. Denaburg looks backside. Tried to hit Dallas Donahue. Should have been caught. Goes off of Donahue's hands. Incomplete. Third. No, it was Dallas Donahue. 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Appreciate you. Miss Smith? Can't see, I don't have my glasses on. I just see Smith. Is it Nikita? Yeah, thank you, Miss Smith. Mustangs 3rd and 10. Double shift here. Bridger Kobe, Dallas Donahue. Denaburg moves his running back to his left. 3rd and 10 here. Offsides, Cocoa. It'll be 3rd and 5 now. 6:33 to play. Willie Gaines, my man. How is it out there in Dodge City, Willie? Good to see you, my man. Hope all is well. Miss you. Got to do one of those video interviews with you on my show coming up, man. Willie made one of the best plays in Cocoa football history. I'll tell you about it here in a second. I'll never forget it as long as I live. 6-13. Denaburg rolls, steps back up in the pocket, in trouble, looks, fires, throws. Oh, had him. That's a tough catch. That's a Willie Mays type catch to make over the shoulder there. Pass intended for Elijah Edwards. Regional championship game, University. Willie knows exactly the play I'm talking about. Willie records a safety. He came from the other side of the football field, stopped, hit a running back in the end zone for University. It was committed to Georgia. That was the play of the game. That turned the entire tide of that game around. I was standing in the end zone because I wasn't broadcasting at the time. I was sideline guy for the Friday Night Locker Room in that championship game. And Willie shot out of a cannon on that other side of the football field. I mean, I still can see him running. I mean, unbelievable play. One of the best. One of these days, I'm going to do a top 10 best plays over the last 10 years, and that one is definitely a top 3 play. There is no doubt about it, or as my brother used to say, no bout about it. Oh, okay. Welcome, Miss Liz. All right, Willie, I'll be in touch this week, man. We'll set something up for sure. For sure. Yeah, I still can see that safety in my head, man. Grabbed him by the ankles and just turned him over. 3rd and 20 now for Merritt Island. Tell you what I'd like to do one day, man. I'd like to get you, Hawk, Chevelle, Keziah, all y'all sit in one room, talk about Cocoa running backs, wide receivers. Somebody give me an update on that Heritage Melbourne game. 6:04 to go here, 3rd and 20 for the Mustangs as they're going to be coming out of a timeout. Broken up, nearly picked off. 4th and 20, and I would imagine the Mustangs will punt, and we'll see a heavy dose of the Cocoa running attack, whether it be O.J. Ross or somebody else here. I would imagine with a 21-point lead, we will not see the ones coming back out on the field. As Denaburg gets set to punt, I'd like to thank all of you tonight for logging on. Love broadcasting. Next week, I'll be on the campus of Vieira High School for this battle right here. And Caleb will be down at Vero Beach for the Hawks, or not for the Hawks, for the Tigers and the Fighting Indians of Vero Beach next week. Oh, wow, what a game. Heritage came back. Denaburg and over end. All right, just going to take over at the 25. So let's see what Coach Ryan Schneider does here, whether he keeps the ones in or he brings the twos in or what happens. Wydner's putting on his helmet. I mean, I would imagine they want as much work as they can get in, considering next week is Vero Beach, and that's going to be a tough assignment for the Tigers. That is not going to be an easy football game next week. Coach Jankowski, always with a good football team down there at Vero. 1-2-loss team every year. Wydner from the gun. Throws over everyone. The incomplete pass will stop the clock. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe they're trying to work on something. I'm not sure why they wouldn't be running the football here. But again, it's a kickoff classic, so they're probably trying to work on some plays for next week. I hear you. Well, I tell you, these kickoff classics are always long games. And I believe we're going to come down to the water break or a timeout by Merritt Island. So timeout on the field by the Mustangs with 5:45 to play here. really a typical kickoff classic in terms of style of play. Obviously both of these teams are going to go back to the drawing board. They've got things they need to work on before their openers next week. But all in all, Cocoa will come out of here with a win. And the Mustangs, I think, have to be satisfied. They didn't get the win. They won't. Wydner steps up, running. He'll slide down. Smart play by Davin. He's going to pick up. Davin had 8 touchdowns last year for Holy Trinity running. Third and 3, third and 4. The give is to DJ Grimes on a jet sweep, and Grimes close to, he's got the ball be marked about a yard past the first down marker. So Grimes with a Cocoa Tiger first down. Moving the chains will stop the clock. 4:58 to play. And that's what you want to see. Turn around and give the ball off. 4:34 to go. Clock running. 2nd and 7 after a gain of 3. Wydner. Blitz. Now, if you're going to do that, then you reserve the right. Nice move by Jamari. Yeah, he's still on his feet. If you're going to blitz him, down by 21, then you reserve the right to throw the football. In fact, I'd take a shot down the field if it were me and I was a quarterback. Blitz me, I'm up by 21. I'm going to try to beat you deep one more time. It's kind of like baseball, right? You don't bunt to break up a no-hitter or stuff like that. You don't blitz losing by 21 on a starting quarterback with 4 minutes to go. And that's just my opinion. I get it, though. And again, the defense may be running some plays, but you got to be willing to take it if they decide to throw one deep on you. And Hurley's a great coach, so he knows that. And that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that'll be enough for a Cocoa Tiger first down. Illegal substitution on Melbourne. 3:53 to play. Give is, I don't think that's Ross anymore in there. It is not. It is Amari Dixon. Want to thank the Cocoa and the Merritt Island cheerleaders. Quick pitch to Dixon. Dixon gets outside, cuts it back. For this.
Hi, we're the Cocoa cheerleaders, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network. Hi, we're the Merritt Island cheerleaders, and you're watching Brevard Sports Network.
Thank you, ladies. Malachi Tony on the run there, and he doesn't pick up any yards. It'll be 2nd and 10. And a penalty makes it holding on the Tigers. 3:06 to play. So now it's 2nd and 25 for, I should probably fix the camera. 2nd and 25, 3:01 to go. Wydner looks to throw, does. Oh, my goodness. Had Jamarie Robinson breaking open. Just missed him. You're welcome, Cam. You're welcome, Liz. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for the kind words. Keep getting caught without this camera. Had to fly solo tonight, so I appreciate your patience with me. 34-13, 2:51 to play. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, he dropped it. DJ Grimes. Davin Wydner put it on the button, and DJ Grimes dropped it. Grimes would love to have that one back. So, overall tonight, I would say that shaky start, but a good, solid finish for the Cocoa offense. The Uberzati player of the game tonight is an Uberzati athlete, and O.J. Ross, juice man tonight, with 170, I think 73 or 74 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, 1 taken off the board. Touchdown runs of 27 and 49 yards. He was incredible. Incredible. Look at that. Casual punt there. Caught at the 30. 2:35 to go here. Should probably just let that clock run. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight. Sun Shop Solar Shop. And your solar coach, Dan Hancock. Give Dan a call at 321-213-8363. Beachway Volleyball Club. Coach and director Michelle Rycroft. Mark Moses and Sports Radio 1560 The Fan. Listen every day from 3 to 6 and catch yours truly every Tuesday on the Mark Moses Show. Dingers Training Center, located in Rockledge. Kendall Signs. And C.J. Bragg is in a quarterback now. It'll be straight handoff up the middle. Slow and low barbecue. And walk-ons in Vieira. .210 to go. 34-13 Cocoa on top. Set to wrap it up here. Soon as the game is over, I'll wrap it up. Starting next week, we'll have the post-game shows from a local restaurant. The Mustangs with the first down on the penalty, 2:01 to go. Bragg turns hands straight up the middle, 1:55 to go now. Yep, Seth, I would agree. And once again, just want to thank Uberzati. Our Uberzati player of the game is, as I said, an Uberzati athlete in O.J. Ross. Juice man, touchdown runs, 27 and 49 yards, and he just made everything look easy tonight when he carried the ball. He had a 70-yard little swing pass for a touchdown taken off the board on a hold. 1:17 to go. 2 plays left in this one if we don't get a clock stoppage. And the ball is caught, and he is drilled by Malik Lewis. Sorry about that. .39 seconds to go in this one. C.J. Bragg trying to get back on here. You got to snap it quick or they will call a delay of game. Bragg cuts it up. That is going to be the final play of the game. And again, the Cocoa Tigers with some work to do before next week as they travel down to take on the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. And our Uberzati player of the game, O.J. Juiceman Ross. Ross with 2 touchdowns tonight. Your final score, the Cocoa Tigers 34, the Merritt Island Mustangs 13. We'll see you next week from Viera and Vero. Have a great night, everybody, and remember, make it a sports night.